All right, welcome back to another episode of Can of Worms. This is Brian. I am here tonight with Nick, Chris, and Cedric.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo.
There's a little bit of lag. Welcome to our subscribers and all of the new people. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to be talking about the Super Mario movie, which I originally thought was live action. That would be ridiculous. At least
Who
with
would
this
do
cast.
such a thing?
Twice.
Who would make a live action Mario movie? That would be crazy.
Oh, who would do it twice? That's So, the thing about this movie, what I've seen a lot of online are people mainly just complaining about Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. I'm one of them.
Are you? Okay, so I
Okay.
gotta know from you what is and by the way, I'm not entirely convinced either, but what is your issue with it? With him playing?
Well, my issue with him playing it or my issue with him in general?
Oh, okay.
My problem with him playing Mario is I feel like they just found an A-lister that was willing to go voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
And with him kind of being like one of the it guys and he's in the news, blah, blah, blah. I feel like this was just kind of a draw-in to some people they're trying to cash off of the whole Marvel thing.
Yeah,
Like he's still popular, yada, yada.
You're not alone.
I mean,
A lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, well, I mean, and if you look at the rest of the cast, now don't get me wrong, awesome people, Jack Black, Keegan-Michael Key, I'll even go, Seth Rogen, Charlie Day, yeah, I love those guys. Obviously not A-listers, though, like Seth Rogen, almost there, not quite yet.
I think he's
Definitely not a Mario.
Donkey Kong, though.
Oh, I think so, too. But yeah, I could have picked 100 people before I would pick Chris Pratt. I mean, I'll be honest, I could even get behind them saying Danny DeVito, just as the voice actor.
I do think Danny DeVito fits Mario very, very well.
Right.
Me personally, I'm in the group of I could care less if it's Chris Pratt or not. But I do. If Danny DeVito came out and said, "Hey guys, wait a minute, if you're looking to recast, I'll take it." I think Chris Pratt and I think Danny DeVito and Charlie Day as Mario and Luigi would be the best.
Right.
Always Sunny and fucking Mushroom
I would
Kingdom
pay twice
ever.
to watch that.
Yeah.
Can we make it an R-rated movie as well?
I think the big thing, and it's probably what Chris was going to lead into next, was why people don't like Chris Pratt right now.
Okay.
I get it's related to his political views and some other things.
Well, it's religious as well.
Religious and political views.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit that's where I'm at with it. And I don't get me wrong, I don't care what religion anyone is or anything like that, but just the way he presented it was really pompous, almost like to sit there and say like, "Hey guys, I know you see me as Star-Lord, but I'm so much better than you. So remember this is what I am." And it was kind of presented in a stupid way because I mean, let's face it, we have a lot of Christian actors. No problem with them. They don't sit there. I have a saying, I don't know if it'll get censored or beat up on, so I'm going to pass on saying it, but let's just say stop waving it around and stop shoving it down people's throats.
Right.
What was because I'm trying to find the original quotes. Do you remember? I remember it was like very much anti-LGBTQ plus, but I don't remember specifically what he said.
Yeah, someone should also mention to him that divorce is considered a sin. So just want to throw that out.
Yeah.
My issue with again, I could care less about him as a person. Honestly, I don't know much about him. It just it sounds like any other person in those kind of groups. I don't know if it would necessarily stop me from watching a movie or a show with him in it. I just think when I close my eyes and I see the person acting as Mario, it's not Chris Pratt. It's not him. He's a funny guy. It's just not him. It's not him.
Yeah, and not even from like a live action perspective. It's just like their personalities. I think of Mario, little tubby guy. I don't think like six-pack Star-Lord. It's all I'm thinking of is like Andy Dwyer.
He's a very
not gonna lie. Yeah, like not gonna lie, if he tries to do that like really horrible watered down fake Italian accent, I may be a little offended.
Oh.
like like that's a little bit like the chiming in on the stereotype. I won't go as far as to say straight up racist, but damn.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Chris Pratt doing that voice.
I actually hadn't thought about that, and I'm just waiting for like Twitter to blow up over that at some point.
I already have.
Oh, I'm sure I'm
Yeah.
not the first to think of that, believe me.
Wow, I didn't even think about that at all. I don't know why, but it just didn't even. That's like a whole video in and of itself. But another thing, a major thing, really, that I saw when I was kind of trying to look into this some more is that they get back to this whole argument of if you're in a video game movie, do you need to be a gamer? There were more than a few articles. They're all opinion pieces, but
no. I'm not going to say you need to be a gamer. You need to know what you're talking about. Like a lot of actors and actresses, they go and study the things that they're about to act in.
exactly.
Someone will interview a serial killer if they're going to play a serial killer. Someone will go work at a McDonald's if they're going to be in that kind of role. Know the games, but you don't have to be hardcore about it. I don't want you to be a murderer to actually play a murderer. I
think one of the more I guess you could say one of the things that people go to a lot is Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool, because he liked Deadpool prior to the movies and then dove in super heavy because of the movies.
He was phenomenal.
He went method actor. And I think with this,
and that's what he is.
Yeah, I think with this kind of movie, you need to be. I think you need to be a method actor. I think no, you don't have to be. You don't need to game 12 hours on your off time when you're not shooting movies. You're just on the you're just gaming. No, but if you don't quite understand Mario's antics and like some of his personality throughout like the games and through other things, then you're gonna suck as Mario. You're gonna be hot garbage.
Well, can we ask, why are they not going to use the guy who's actually been voicing Mario for 27 years?
I think there's probably some kind of a holdup with that. It's usually not that easy.
Is it because maybe his name would be like, who the fuck is that, when people looked at the movie poster?
Yes. That has a lot to do with it, yeah.
Oh yeah,
but
absolutely.
There's other things. It's not that easy to do, and there is the notoriety to it.
I feel like it's the notoriety. I think it also lends credence to what Chris was saying, is that it feels like they basically picked an A-lister from Hollywood that would draw attention in one way or another, and
that's what all these people are, because there's people like me that would go to see a movie just because Jack Black, Seth Rogen, Charlie Day, or Michael Key's in it. I mean, that's just how it be. They want the movie to be a success, so they'll do whatever it takes. That's normal to me.
Yeah, and I think the knee-jerk reaction when you hear Mario movie is not again. So you have to go, wait, we have these people.
Yeah,
and it's wait, this could be good. This could be real good.
And that has a lot to do with it too, is that they've done this once before. It was a hilarious failure. So now they're doing everything out the gate as hard as they can to show everyone, no, we're trying again and we're going to do it right.
Here's my suggestion here. I think they actually cast Luigi wrong. I like Charlie Day and I wouldn't remove him from the movie. I would cast Charlie Day as Mario. Actually, that would be, if I had the option, I would put him in Mario, and then I would put.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You could make him Toad as well. He would fit as Toad, but I think I would make him Mario, and then I would move Kenan Michael Key to Luigi. Actually,
yeah, for sure. That's exactly what I said when I was with Chris the other day.
Mario is he's a little goofy, and I think like if you just played that as like, we're gonna kind of change it up a little bit and make Mario this goofy guy that gets through and gets the girl, but like he's stupid at the end of the day, kind of, and now he's got a brother who's hilarious but serious, and he's the older brother. The older brother is kind of goofy. The younger brother, serious, kind of keeps him on track, but he has to save him with his. he's so stupid. He's witty. He saves. I think it will work.
Yeah, I think you're right, because Charlie Day, and a lot of people don't realize this, is super talented.
Oh, amazingly talented.
And like people only see him doing, It's Always Sunny. So they're like, "Oh, this guy, he's a joker, he's a clown." But no, honestly, I
No,
think
he's
he
got
could
range.
probably voice
He's
like
a very
5
hard
different
worker.
people in this movie
He's
and get away
yeah,
with it.
yeah, he is like crazy range. He's been in a ton of different like styles of film in the past 10
Oh, yeah.
years.
He's a
I'm
very
surprised
hard
he's the
worker, too.
one that's been accepted too, because I know a lot of people that don't like Charlie Day as an actor, and I think it's because of like It's Always Sunny and some of the
Mhm.
goofy roles he's done.
Did
But you're
they
right,
not
he's just done a lot of stuff, and he's been good in almost everything he's been in.
I was going to say,
Oh,
did they
yeah.
not see Pacific Rim? It was amazing.
I don't know if we. I don't.
That's a whole other video for
I
another day.
I don't know if that's the same.
I know, I'm joking. I didn't say Pacific Rim 2.
I was about to say. I was like, I hope that's a joke.
It was. It absolutely was.
Like, holy! I was like,
my
I don't know how to
sarcasm is
break this
off
to him.
today.
I was like, I don't know how to break this to him.
I have been
No.
firing on all but one cylinder, and it's just been messing me up all day, I tell you. Oh, Seth Rogen, though, that to me was one of the best bits of casting. As Donkey Kong, his voice is perfect. Not just his voice, but his personality, the way, the cadence of his speech. They barely need to change anything.
Do we know what the rating's going to be on this yet?
R.
It
It
is
has
an
to
R.
be. It is. Oh, it is.
No.
Is it R for sure?
No, I was
Okay.
asking.
It'll be PG.
Oh, okay.
No, it's gonna
Holy
be
shit.
it's gonna be a kids animated
Yeah.
movie.
It'll be PG.
Yeah, no, Nintendo's behind this. There's no way.
I can't believe I thought it was live action when you first told me about
Well,
it.
then Chris Pratt's probably the right person for the job, all things considered.
Well, you know what though, and going back to Seth Rogen, like that helps give me a little more faith in this movie. Because I out of all of Hollywood, I know Seth Rogen will not take a role that he is not feeling, he's not vibing with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's good.
So him taking this role, it does give me a little bit of faith on that one. Because you do have a couple actors here, and I'm not going to call them out, but they'll pretty much do anything you put in front of them.
Oh,
So I'm like,
I want to agree there. Didn't he do that Green Lantern movie that flopped?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Maybe he learned from that one. That
what
might
was
have
it?
been.
It wasn't the
was
Green
like,
Lantern.
Never again. What was it? It was a superhero
Mask?
movie for sure.
I'm trying to.
Not the Mask. What is Black Mask? Black Hornet? Green Hornet.
Green Hornet. Sorry, not Green Hornet. He did Green Hornet, and
But now you all know how my brain works. That's literally what I hear all day is one thing to another to get to where I need to be.
Right.
Anyways,
maybe he learned from that and he won't do it. But he's got one of those under his belt where he kind of just took it and it
well, that was the time of like superhero movies starting out, and he was trying to get in early. Can't really blame him for bending the rule a little there.
So Charles Martinet, the guy that does Mario's voice and a bunch of other voices for the Mario games, he is going to be in the film doing like cameo stuff, but no one knows what yet.
Yeah, I noticed they put him in at the very bottom of that list. I was like, oh, look at that. They gave him some sort of credit.
I also think there's the conscious decision to not give him a speaking role because Mario doesn't have a speaking role in majority of the games.
I mean, you know what, that is fair to a point. At the same time, it's like it feels weird that they wouldn't use him. And I wonder if they'll use him specifically for the bit that he does speak in the games.
I think it'll probably be a little bit of that, but since there's people saying that there's going to be cameo stuff, like maybe there will be like 5 seconds of like Waluigi or something that he does. I don't know.
I'm gonna have Willem Dafoe playing him. It would work.
No, well, I mean,
would be a great casting. Willem Dafoe's Waluigi.
Oh, it'd be such a dark, like a dark part 2.
Please, can we get like an R version of this where it is Willem Dafoe as Waluigi and like who else is Wario?
Oh,
Danny DeVito is Wario.
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Oh,
I'd go see that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would. I'm laughing to myself, and I keep going back to this, but I can't believe I thought this was live action when you first told me about it. Now that I'm thinking about some of the casting choices,
the first 2 casting choices that I learned about, I actually learned about these 2 before Chris Pratt and Charlie Day, was Anya Taylor-Joy, I think is her name, playing Princess Peach. Because it's like I saw that and I was like, Oh, okay, cool. That would be cute. And then I heard that Jack Black would be Bowser, and I was like, I would love to see Jack Black in big turtle paint.
Well,
But then I
mean,
learned it was animated.
yeah, I know. And I don't know why in the back of my head I didn't immediately go, what the fuck am I thinking? Why would this be live action? It'd be, well, I guess because the first one was, which made about as much sense back then.
Yeah, the more I
They were
learn,
trying to make the playoff of the show, right? The TV show did so well that they made the movie, right? I'm pretty sure the TV show came before the movie.
Yeah, because they had the TV show, there was one for Zelda, and then there was one for Super Mario, I think, right?
Well, yeah,
Yes.
Zelda flopped right off the bat, but the Super Mario show actually did really well, and it was a half. The reason it did well is because it was half and half. It was, these Italian plumbers in this really bad apartment that was kind of funny, and then it went to animation. It was
Yeah.
perfect.
yeah. Oh, Lou Albino, I miss him.
Oh, you wonder if that was just like somebody wrote that and they were like, yeah, these two plumbers, they're actually, they've got black mold in their apartment. They're hallucinating the whole shit. They don't know it. That would have made it a hilarious show.
Oh wow.
Just watch them.
I feel like that just got really dark for some reason.
A little bit, but it also makes me laugh my ass off thinking that they're like running around busting blocks with their head in their apartment. I could just imagine them.
Slamming their face against things and eating mushrooms that they find.
Exactly. The movie itself, I mean, I have no problem with it. I actually just don't care enough to really be upset. It's one of those things, like when we were talking about Fortnite. The internet blows up and just loses its shit over small stuff like this all the time.
Well, the Chris Pratt thing is one that a lot of people are genuinely upset about because of what he's publicly said, like because of his faith and things like that. I get that, but aside from that, yeah, I do agree.
Yes, I get that to a point, but it's like I get that to a point, and I'm not saying people shouldn't feel that way or should not choose to support it or not support it if he's in the movie. But at the same time, at some point, you're gonna have dealings with people that are gonna have that that ideology that you can't avoid.
Yeah,
it's not watching this movie doesn't mean you agree with this ideology. There's plenty of other people that make this movie, right? Now I agree. Before the movie's out, I advocate against them all you want, but if they decide no, he's the guy, we're going with it. I don't know if it necessarily stops me from seeing the movie.
like if your kids
maybe I wait a little bit longer to see the reviews, right? And then if it's good reviews, then I go, and that's fine, right?
Right.
I don't know. I guess that's just how I feel about it. I can separate the two, I guess. Even though sometimes you shouldn't, in certain situations you shouldn't. I don't think this is a situation that constitutes separation. When it's something like, dare I say it or mention it here, the Blizzard situation is a little different. People were actually harmed by these individuals. Yeah. I may not touch another Blizzard game again, seriously, right?
Right.
He spoke ideologies that I'm vastly against, but I don't, at least of today, right now, I don't know of anyone that he's actively hurt with those ideologies. So it's kind of like, look, crazy dude, but, that's fine. Who isn't?
Like, we might not agree about things, but at the same time, like, if your kids wanted to go see it, and maybe you don't agree with Chris Pratt's ideology, he's just doing the voice of Mario. It's not like he's coming out before the film to talk to your kids about his stance on gaming.
Yeah, if he's in the film, like, hey, fortune's bad, I'd be like, whoa, wait a minute.
Oh my god.
It'd be different.
That was amazing. Oh, it's gonna be a short for this.
Another like wish of mine is that this went dark. I get it, it's for the kids, it's to get a new generation engaged in Mario. I understand why they're doing it, but I kind of wish they went dark with this. And the reason I say that is because just a few weeks ago, I relived, I went to YouTube, oddly enough, and watched this series by this guy named, I think, I Damn Damien or something like that, called Brotherly Love.
Okay.
If you're into this kind of stuff, you definitely check it out. He has like 1 or 2 episodes of it, and then something happened in his life where he couldn't really complete the rest of the series. But the first one is his acting in it was amazing. If they went dark, I would have loved for them to seek this guy out and do Mario and Luigi's voice for it. But he does this skit of Mario and Luigi where Peach gets captured, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Luigi comes in and he's like, suit up, we gotta go. And he's like, the princess is in trouble. And Mario's like, yeah, I heard. And he basically says he hung up on the bitch because who gets kidnapped, this
Every
many
week.
times? Yeah, she was like, the last time she got kidnapped, she said the dude told her he had candy in the van. What type of 7-year-old shit is this? But I'm telling you though, but it got so dark that I really don't want to go into it any further. I just think that I would have loved that type of take on Mario for the adults.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't necessarily with Nintendo's backing,
Oh yeah, it would
Right.
never come with their blessing, but
Yeah.
And I love it when movies can do that because, like, let's look at it realistically. These games kind of grew up with us, and they got darker, and they got edgier, and they got nudity and swearing and all that stuff. And then the movies, like, I remember someone doing a Power Rangers kind of gritty adult reboot, and it was awesome. Oh yeah, it was awesome. I'll have to find it, show it to you guys or something. But if they could do that with pretty much everything from my childhood, that would be great. Like,
Just
like
do it
agreed.
properly.
I would love to see a darker Mario. I would love to see a dark Zelda.
Yeah.
I think they could do so much with that. But Nintendo, I get it. I respect it. But damn.
Well, here's a question. Like, obviously, this is the choice that they're going with, but I have to wonder which one could potentially be a better movie franchise for Nintendo to have embarked on, Zelda or Mario. And before
Mario's bigger.
Okay,
Hell,
I
I'd say
understand that.
Metroid would make a great
Oh.
movie.
Metroid would make a great one. So they do have IPs that would work as
Yeah.
a live action. Zelda's one and Metroid is one.
I didn't think
Actually,
about
if they made both of those in the theme that we're talking about, like gruesome, gritty, like period piece.
Metroid. Mhm.
Period. That's all I have to think. Period piece. Ganondorf, like that. Come on,
Ooh,
that's like
Right.
that'd be perfect. And then Metroid for the sci-fi nerds. Are you kidding me? It'd be like another Aliens.
Oh, my
You never hear the end of
Exactly
it.
the movie I was thinking of. Yes.
And there's so many timelines with Metroid and Sam, it would work if they casted it right. It would work.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Question for both you guys and the subscribers. If you were going to do a Metroid live action, who would you get to play Samus? I would.
Scarlett Johansson.
God damn it! You
God
picked the
damn
exact
you.
same person I picked.
Scarlett
Lawrence-
Johansson is Samus.
Lawrence
No other
Fishburne.
person can do it.
Lawrence
Yes.
Fishburne, he says.
Stop it.
No, Lawrence Fishburne can do the voice, but I want Scarlett Johansson to be the actor.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else plays that role but Scarlett Johansson.
Exactly.
Scarlett, you dye her blonde and put her in the exosuits and it's a hit. It doesn't matter what else you do with that show, it's a hit.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like that was so weird. I was thinking her. For a second, I thought Mila Jovovich, like back in the day.
I could
Hell
see
no.
Mila Jovovich.
Hell no.
see.
Get her out
No.
of here. No, we
Yeah,
don't
I'm
need
so
her.
sick of
We
her.
don't
I
need
love
her
her, but I don't.
infecting
Yeah.
Okay.
any more of our video game film.
Oh,
gosh.
G bus. Okay. So, Scarlett, we're going to go with her. But I would like to know what, if anybody's listening in the comments, tell us who you would pick. Also, why you agree with us that it would be Scarlett Johansson.
Pick Margot Robbie.
Because there's really not another option.
I pick Margot Robbie.
She's not serious enough, I don't think.
No.
The
I
fuck?
think I'm sick of Margot Robbie, to be honest. Like, her doing Harley just, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see Birds of Prey or the second.
Birds of Prey was fun.
You know what?
Actually,
Y'all are
Suicide
probably gonna
Squad
yell
was
at me.
pretty good.
Suicide Squad, the new one, I liked.
Yeah, the new one was actually really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna probably get a lot of shit for this and 100 reasons why she would make a bad Samus,
Mm-hmm.
but I have always just kind of liked Natalie Dormer.
Who is
Hold on. Oh my God, why can't I remember? Because you said Birds of Prey, and then the perfect woman for the job came in my head, and I can't remember her goddamn name. She was in Birds of Prey as well. Hold on.
Okay, let's go ahead and look that up.
The woman that played Huntress, I can't remember her fucking name. She
Wow.
was also in Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, Ramona Flowers there?
Yeah, the chick that played
Mary
Reynolds.
Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah, Mary Elizabeth
Uh,
Winstead. That would be the perfect woman for it.
No, I still got to go with
Nah.
Scarlett Johansson, man. I'm thinking of her.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
do too.
no.
I don't think she's a bad choice, but I think Scarlett
No.
Johansson's the choice. You
Yeah,
just
there you
close your eyes and see her doing the stunts. You can just see her like she's already shown she can use a good. Like, come on, it
Mhm.
just works.
No, I'd much rather see
But,
Mary Elizabeth Winstead in a
if
role like that.
even if all our picks went
Don't you
through and
ruin this
everything,
for
do you know
us.
who would end up getting that?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Damn it. No, Brie Larson. I guarantee
Oh,
it.
Chris
don't
Pratt.
stop it! Stop it!
No, I'm mad about it. I'm not saying I want it. I'm just saying that's what would happen. Like something would have to ruin this for me, and I feel like and I just
It's not like
can't.
I
I just don't like
dislike
her.
Brie Larson. I hated
I
her
do.
character.
She's an idiot.
Oof.
Have you heard
Yes.
these stupid things she said?
Yes, I've heard the dumb shit that's come out of her mouth. But
You cannot publicly say stupid things like that and not be called an idiot.
oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying like I could see her getting the part, even though I would hate it. I'm looking at Natalie Dormer. Like she has the appearance, I think, of Samus, but I can't remember seeing her in anything or anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be my only concern with
Right.
Scarlett Johansson is that she is a little shorter for the role. Like Samus is a fairly tall woman.
Yeah.
You know who else
that's
is?
all done in editing.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
She's a midget, isn't she?
No,
I mean, isn't she like 5'2"?
no.
Oh.
Hold on.
But they could do camera angles to make her look longer, you know.
Yeah, I
Lord
mean
of the
they
Rings.
could do what they did with Bane and fucking Arkham. What was it? Arkham Knight, whatever the fuck it was.
You mean screw it up completely?
Oh hey, you need
No.
to respect his
What?
authority.
I'm just
No,
saying.
What they did with the camera, because that actor was actually shorter than most other main people in the cast.
And I like the actor. You're talking about the guy who played Venom.
No, what?
Yeah, the same
No.
actor who played Venom played Bane.
For the record here, she is 5'8".
Jesus, okay, she's not short at all. Why didn't I think she
Right.
was short? Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy played Venom and Bane.
Yeah, like
Tom Hardy played Bane. Yeah.
Yeah, the
In the
thing is,
Batman.
Bane needed
Yeah.
to be big. Like he just that's its own video. Never mind. All right, I think that's about it for us on the.
Tom Hardy
Mario
did the
movie, though.
voice.
So what now?
He did the voice. He did not play the actor.
Oh, for Bane?
Correct.
That's so weird.
I did not know
I
that.
had no idea. I kind of jumped the gun there, but it's same thing. I mean, Mario, we probably kicked that horse to dust. I would really rather see Metroid now. I'm more excited about that.
I liked the Sonic movie, and I liked Detective Pikachu. So if it's as good as either one of those, I'll be happy.
Dude, the Sonic movie was surprisingly good.
It was better than it had any reason to be.
Way
And you know why? Is because he didn't have individual teeth.
Oh, that was
and-
freaky
yeah.
as shit.
Yeah.
He was like a little nightmare-fueled bunny. It was terrible. But they made him so endearing, in the actual movie. Like when he was playing baseball by himself, that was so sad. Jesus. I don't think I see any other movies that I'm just looking through a list of like old other video game movies. Have they actually done any other ones that are notable, like actually good?
Movies?
Well, as I zoned out halfway through. What are you asking?
Yeah, sorry, I disconnected my own question there. So, video game movies or video games that have transitioned to movies, have they done any others that you can think of, that are notable that they actually did well?
The recent Mortal Kombat movie was all right.
It was okay.
I actually really still like the original Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s.
I do too.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
The second one was dog shit. The Far Cry movie was not very good.
There was a Far Cry movie?
Yes.
The animated Tekken movies were okay.
The Blood Rain movie was awful.
Pisses me off because that should have been they should have knocked that out the park. How do you mess up Blood Rain? How do you mess up vampires? The formula's right there. And Blood Rain, one, it could be an excellent Netflix original. Hey, Netflix, make fucking Blood Rain and make Legacy of Kain shows. That'd be amazing. Do that.
Yes.
No,
You know what's
really.
actually-
Soul
what's actually
Reaver.
What's actually
Yes.
funny is that the Blood Rain movie came out around the same time as the Underworld franchise, and they could have just been the same thing.
It could have just been the same shit. Instead of
could've
Underworld,
just
it
been
could have just
Underworld.
been Legacy of Kain series where you go through the Legacy of Kain games and the Blood Rain games, and you just fucking do that instead of Underworld. It didn't have to be different.
Soul Reaver would have been
Same
such a good
shit.
movie.
Yeah.
That would have been a great
Um,
anime, actually.
Let's see.
That
I
would
mean,
be
live
fantastic.
action, the last live action.
Well, it doesn't necessarily need to be live action, but
Okay. I mean,
something that was
The-
in theaters that you can think of at some point.
Detective Pikachu is good.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you sit on that one.
The most recent Tomb Raider movie that came out in 2018, that one was passable. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't awful.
Another one I don't know how you mess up. Another one I don't understand how you mess up. It's
Yeah.
Tomb Raider. The games are great. It's a premise that lends itself perfectly to like a live action. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Max Payne?
game made in the vein of a
We're forgetting
Hitman.
Oh,
No,
I
no,
know-
well, yeah. Well, I was saying like Max Payne was all right.
Hitman was not.
I was saying no.
Yeah, I know y'all are gonna be mixed feelings about this one, but I think they did brilliantly with The Witcher.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
okay.
that's a show, but
Live
yeah.
action for sure.
I was hoping you were gonna say the
I wanted
Doom
to
movie
say The
with
Witcher,
Rock.
but
Yeah,
what was wrong with the Doom movie? That was
Yeah,
solid, right?
It was a masterpiece. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
masterpiece. It was wonderful.
Wait, there was a Doom movie?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that it was in like 2005.
Yeah.
I
Keith
think.
Urban, The
Oh,
Rock.
People that didn't play
Oh.
Doom absolutely loved that movie.
Oh,
And
man.
people that did play Doom wanted to kill people that loved that movie.
Man,
oh shit!
that
I remember
movie-
that with The Rock.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, it was so
like
bad.
I love that movie because of how bad it is.
Ooh,
So
there's another
Did-
fun one we're gonna talk about real quick. Let's
Is-
talk about Final Fantasy movie, not Advent
Oh,
Children,
no,
but the
let's
Final
not.
Fantasy movie that had nothing, that had shit all to do with Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
Spirits
Alright.
Within.
yeah, that
Well,
was
if-
awful.
If you're allowed to shit talk Advent Children, I'm gonna change the subject to Street Fighter.
Oh no!
No, Advent Children was awesome,
No,
but
Advent
it
Children
wasn't
was
live
great.
action.
I love
Yeah.
Advent Children. Street Fighter, all of their movies. Well, I shouldn't.
Well,
Some of the animated ones are good.
Careful, yeah.
Some of the animated ones are good. The live action one makes me want to pull my own dick off.
Oh God! I
Hey, what
forgot
about
that?
Speaking
Jean-Claude
of pulling
Van
your dick
Damme.
off, what about Warcraft? Did any of you see that?
Warcraft?
Actually, I did like Warcraft.
Dude, they did
Yeah,
really well on that. Why did they not go for a second one? I don't get
Because
it.
it flopped.
Yeah,
But
like Monster
Mm.
Hunter.
Monster Hunter can die.
Shut your whore mouth.
wait a minute.
Dude, okay, I love the game, and they came out at a prime time to be a successful movie and have the ticket sales.
And still fucked it up.
It's
Still
still fucked it up.
Wait, I didn't know they did that either. Like, where
Yeah,
am I
that
Mila
is-
at?
Jovovich, and that
Mila
was the nail in the
Jovovich and,
coffin.
and what, T.I., right?
Yes,
Something like that,
is-
yeah.
Get
That
your
movie.
ass out of here.
That movie is the reason why I'm saying no. Get Mila out of the Samus suit. Get her
Yeah.
out.
Okay, I get it. I like her as,
So-
as an actress, but yeah, I didn't know that.
I don't.
Wow. Well, I don't like a lot of her roles, but I think she's done well in some. No, you know what? Never mind.
You know what? Siskel and Ebert need to move over and just take
Keep
over.
fighting
for
you.
them.
Yeah, you're
know.
right. I'm actually wrong. I'm trying to. I'm really struggling to think of anything she's been exceptional in.
Because I mean, if you think of her performance, like I do genuinely like the first two Resident Evil movies, and almost none of it has to do with her performance.
Mhm.
True. She was really bad in the first one, and she was the only one that was really bad that I can remember. She would have done a passable job as a zombie, though, for sure. Just take away all of her talking.
Resident Evil movies. There you go.
It's just like, why would they wouldn't stop making them? And I was sitting there thinking to myself at one point, like, who the fuck is buying tickets to these?
Yeah, they didn't have to keep going. It's kind of
They
like the
made
Fast
a
Furious
lot of
series.
money.
Oh,
Yeah, it just doesn't stop. It just
It
keeps
doesn't
going.
fucking. They just keep Fast and Furiousing shit.
and
They're gonna start racing fucking spaceships.
No, do you know what
And
they're gonna
I'm
have
gonna
to
be
race
upset.
for spaceships? Is they're getting a little old. Those little Mart carts you get at Walmart.
Oh no, not those carts.
no.
Whose battery's gonna die?
Fast and Furious
Um,
26, sitting there in motorized carts.
Fast and Furious AARP edition.
Vin Diesel can't remember. He's on set half the time.
Yeah. And he's
Oh,
got
man.
he's got Alzheimer's, and the only thing he remembers is that we're family.
Just visibly slobbering through half the movie.
I can't believe no one mentioned Silent Hill. I'm looking at this list, going through a
Silent Hill
bunch of these
movies aren't very good either,
The
but
first
they
one
did.
Yeah.
was.
And they
They
lend
didn't-
themselves to be good. I don't understand how people fuck up. You know what it is? It comes back to like you get method actors, but you don't get like method directors. They don't really dive themselves into it enough, or they dive themselves in too much, and they stick too much to the script when you should have probably been a little outside of the box because game world doesn't translate over to movie world.
So
Well,
here's a fun piece of trivia. The highest rated, like rated is in Rotten Tomatoes score. The highest rated Resident Evil film is actually Resident Evil Final Chapter at a 37%.
oof.
Yeah, I'm looking at that list too, and just
Wait, at
remembered
a
that DOA had
37?
30.
Yeah,
that
the first
quick
movie's
or-
at 36, and this one beats it at 37.
Yep.
Oh, Chris, did they have an optional ending at the end where it was just like, you know, an hour of beach scene?
I'm saying, right? Like if you held out after the credits,
You know,
saw
you got
Tina
to see
and and someone else playing volleyball or something.
yeah, because it wouldn't be DOA without that.
No,
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
that was a very
Keep it
fan service
pure.
movie.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I forgot about all of these movies now that we've kind of gone through, the list of some of them.
Uh,
Um,
Yeah, video game movies are historically bad with very few exceptions.
It's just because they don't do research enough. They don't hire the sweaty nerds to go, this is a fucking bad idea.
yeah,
Well,
well, I think they do, and they have some Hollywood stiff that overrides it and says, "I know this is Final Fantasy, but fuck chocobos. Let's make them race raptors."
Well, I
Yeah.
think it's more than just that. It's the problem with it's easier to do this with a book, but it's just converting it to a different media is difficult.
Oh yeah.
Well, and it's not even just that. It's the typical thing that Hollywood does where they decide they're going to mess with something that was just fine. And the problem is they don't know their audience sometimes. They especially with video games. Dear God, like there's only a few audiences I can even think of that would be more temperamental when you mess with their stuff than video game fans.
Yeah.
So if you're going to, take that leap and make a video game movie and sink millions of dollars into it, why in God's name would you possibly fuck yourself up out of the gate by doing that? Like, just make it true to the source material and then find somebody like, if it's, take, for example, like, The Mandalorian, right? Favreau is a huge he's obsessed with Star Wars, loves it. And it's very easy to see the difference between The Mandalorian and the last trilogy. One of them is Star Wars. The other one is terrible.
But yeah, and definitely to speak to that, but I mean, just look at and don't actually watch it, but look at the Borderlands movie, for instance. Like
Wait, what?
they have voices. I'm not sure if it's animated. I don't know, but it looks like it's probably not great because my first look, I'm looking at the cast at this, and now they're talking about taking a game that's already established, voices that are already established, and changing them out with famous people. For instance, Claptrap being voiced by Jack Black. Love Jack Black. But why is he voicing Claptrap if Claptrap already has someone that voices him?
Well,
Tiny
I'm
Tina.
gonna stop you there because the guy that voices Claptrap doesn't want to have anything to do with Borderlands anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
because
that's
of-
fair. But then,
yeah.
like, let's look at, like, Tiny Tina. Now, I don't know. I know Ashley Birch, I think, was the name of the person who originally voiced her. I don't know if she was still with the game when this movie was made, but now it's Ariana Greenblatt, who I don't even know who that is. But, I mean, and you just have a lot of people, I recognize their name, and it's just strange. It's like, why are you all changing what the fans already want.
Well,
You know?
and that is part of the question that I asked in the beginning, and we're probably running long now, but it's okay. Whatever. When I said, is it important that they're gamers? Maybe
I don't
it
think
is.
so.
Well, maybe it is somewhat, because if they aren't, or if because there have been actors in video game movies who actually like shit talk video games. Like, they have no problem being in the movie, but they think video games are for fat, lazy slobs, and they didn't bother to really do anything more than just read a synopsis of what they were going to be in. So, is it required? No, but is it smart to maybe try to find an actor who is suitable for the part, but also enjoys the source material? Because they're going to do a better job, I would think. I may be
it's not
wrong.
gonna hurt.
I think when it comes to a professional doing their job, it doesn't have anything to do with it. As long as the professional does it well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's really sort of divorcing theory from reality, I think. It's easy to say as long as the person is professional and they do their job admirably, then they'll be fine. You can say that, but how many times has that not worked out?
Well, I mean, it didn't work out for the first Mario movie because the director and none of the actors wanted to do it. So,
also, what was the budget for that? Like $20? It was terrible.
actually, it had a really big budget that got blown, and then,
really?
oh yeah, no, the budget was like, it wasn't like extravagant, but it was pretty high.
Considering what it
But
was and the time. Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, the time had a lot to do with it, but the director didn't want anything to do with it. The actors didn't want to do anything with the director. Everyone hated the project and just wanted it to be over with.
Wow. That just sounds like such a bad idea. I'm sure somebody lost their job. But yeah. All right. Anything else on the Mario movie for you guys? Any last thoughts?
I'll watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll watch it after he watches it.
I'll watch it.
Will you watch it like without your kids? Would you watch it, or would you? Be watching
I'll watch it
with
without my kid, but with like a nice drink.
You know what, Cedric? I will also watch it without your kids.
That's all I
Yeah.
ask. That's all I ask.
That's just kind of standard, I hope, at this point.
Right? Because it's like, I'll watch it with your kids. Be like, no, fuck you, will. Get that drink.
His kids are gonna come in one day. Yeah, where were you? I was with Uncle Nick. What?
Where are you? Where did you put my wife? What's going on?
Oh, so weird. All right. Well, that'll be it from us for the Super Mario movie. Let us know what you think about who should play Samus, because that is the real question here.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
I don't know how you got on that. It's so weird.
Lawrence Fishburne.
I'll go with him first.
Jack Black, he's doing everything else.
Dude, Mary Elizabeth Winstead is very attractive.